Welcome back to Let's Try Roleplay. This is episode 2 of Findlewood. I'm Connor, and I'll be playing Rusty Springstone, the gnome.
And I'm Robin, and I'll be playing Deela Shacklefoot, the halfling.
I'm James, and I'll be the Dungeon Master.
Previously, on Let's Try Roleplay, we find ourselves in the town of Findlewood, a small farming village, one of 6 surrounding the keep of Lord Fanger. The town is preparing for its annual Harvest Festival, one of the few days in the year that brings with it great excitement. Having met Deela Shacklefoot, daughter of the blacksmiths, and Rusty Springstone, son of the cabbage farmers, they were called to a spot of bother at Springstone Farm by Baggo Berryspring, the town cook. Arriving at the farm, they found the fields plagued by rats, and Rusty jumped to action when he realised that his prized cabbage was in danger, and with it, his chances of winning the festival's giant vegetable competition. Deela ran to aid in the fields where she hatched a brilliant plan. Using the family's cabbage moonshine as a bait, she set up a trap which resulted in an explosion of blue flame and rodent redistribution. Now, they stand back and bask in their success, heroes of cabbage kind.
So you guys have killed the rats at the Springstone Farm.
Spot of bother on Springstone Farm.
You feel like you guys have only watched like 2 movies, Hot Fuzz and Wallace and Gromit Curse the Were-Rabbit.
I have quoted so far a musical and The Great Escape so far as well. I've seen 4 films. Your dad comes back over to you, Rusty.
Where the fuck were you?
He was over there in case anyone else wanted the quest. No.
But you could have helped. You know cabbages better than anybody.
I've played World of Warcraft, and the ping here is ridiculous, so don't get me started. We've not got fibre optic yet.
What's he talking about?
I have no idea.
No.
I think he's mad.
He just, yeah, and
I
he's...
think it's the moonshine. it's the fumes coming off the moonshine fire.
How
I'm
many-
feeling a bit funny
How
myself.
many moonshines did you use?
4. Just 4.
4, and how many we had for you? Bird 30, you lose 4. Still enough for back. Oh, good. We've got to keep him appeased. No.
You wouldn't like him when he's sober.
He remembers horrible things. No. He's
He says unspeakable things.
No.
Why do you think that well?
Still enough for the festival. Good. Great idea. I did not know it burnt blue. That is an interesting fact. Terrifying and interesting. But anyway, yeah, that's good work, guys. That's conveniently taken us near to the end of the day.
Wow, God, that was a long fight with the rats.
Long fight with the rats, yeah. Well, it's now sort of getting into the afternoon.
Yeah.
Even though I know it takes like several seconds between rounds. But now you guys have been running around like fighting these rats for a wee while. And it's getting closer to the evening. I suppose you don't mind helping us get a few more of the cabbages into the barn before sun change. Sun shift.
Sun shift.
That's what I'll call it.
Sun shift, I
Oh,
like
I
that.
like
That's
that.
cool.
Sun shift and moon morph.
What?
Alliteration is my habit. I'm a poet, don't you know?
No, you're not, Dad.
The moon, it's blue.
No, it's not, Dad.
The birds flew. The rats exploded.
Dad, you look like
My
you've finished.
shotgun's loaded. I got there. I told you I could do it. Now I just gotta invent a shotgun and it'll work.
Dad, you're not much of a poet. You've never been much of a poet. Stick to
I'll
the cabbages.
I'll be reading at this year's festival again. I've just given myself a task. I'll find a bullshit farming poem.
Farming is so good.
I'm
love
going to be
farming.
doing jokes. My farming jokes.
Is it not?
It's my 2 farming jokes again.
The same
you
ones.
do that. That's every year.
I know I do it every year, but I
Please
think
don't tell me. I don't want
I
to hear
think I've
them.
really nailed, because last time I said the punchline first, and that's not how you do it, apparently. I'll get it right this time.
Okay, all right. But Dad, is it not lunchtime? I've not eaten in quite a while.
Lunchtime, did you miss lunch? That won't do, my boy. Right, come inside and we'll get you a lovely cabbage stew.
Yay.
You like cabbage stew?
I do.
It's very common here.
Right.
Uh,
It's a bit samey though. Can I not go to the baker's?
Oh, bakers will be closing up around this time.
Okay.
So I think your ma got us some bread. She got you those loaves you like.
Right. They're not the cabbage ones, are they?
Cabbage loaves?
Yeah, I think you think I like.
Salted moonshine.
I think you think
That
I
sounds
like
pretty good to me.
these cabbage loaves a bit more than I do, Da.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll go and get myself some cabbage loaves. Thank you.
I don't know what a cabbage loaf is. Do you mean cabbage? We've got cabbages.
Dad, don't stop it. I'll sort my own lunch out.
Your ma got bread from the baker's. I'm confused by you, son. We've never clicked. Frederick's an idiot. I think you might be a bit too smart for me. I'm just your simple cabbage dad.
Don't I have another dad that's not a cabbage one? Saying that you're my cabbage dad implies that there's
Let's
a
not
non-cabbage.
ask that question. Your mum was, popular, should I say, as in her youth.
I'm gonna leave now, Dad. I'm hungry and
Okay.
weirded out.
I'll come with you. I'll bring the cabbages.
No, Dad. I need to go to the toilet.
It's your time. Me and your mum, we said 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night. We won't come in your room.
Right, that's weird. It's also not 9 or 10 o'clock, but
Starting early, are we?
I'd appreciate.
You're at that age. Oh, Deela, you could give him a hand.
No,
Oh, yeah.
no, Dad. Bye.
Okay, son.
I'm gonna go get some lunch
He takes another swig of the moonshine. He's clearly been drinking.
with him as well.
You're all also feeling the effects of the aerosolized moonshine.
Okay.
Everyone give me a constitution saving throw. DC of 10.
Ooh. I got a 7.
You got a 7.
Yes.
You'd think the cabbage farmer would have built up a resistance, but what did you get there, Rob?
19.
19. Right. Well, you are feeling fine. You are feeling quite drunk.
I work drunk.
The other thing is that I should probably go and get some help for these wounds I've got. I'm half dead, according to my health bar.
Oh,
I
you're
might need to take a
starting
visit.
to get that wee flashy red bit again.
Son, you've got some teeth in your arse.
Oh fuck! I forgot about those.
There bagos.
Can I go?
Lost him again, did he? A bit rude indeed, aren't they? You should see someone about that. Not that he'll care.
I need to get these. Do you think I can take these out myself, Dad, or do I need to go and see
Can I just
Derek the cleric?
Can I just salute that?
Fucking changing his name. What was his name? His name was Barhord Burrow, but it's now Derek Burrow.
Derek the cleric.
See when they stand there talking, can I just be slowly moving my hand around to just grab the teeth and just yank them off?
And then we've got Jarman the barman.
No, we're not. I can't change all of these names. But Derek the Cleric is fucking brilliant.
Try to think of something for the baker.
You can go see Derek the Cleric if you want.
Yeah.
Baker the baker.
Wanker the Banker.
Yeah, that's quite a good one.
Claire the
Who
mayor.
started it with Claire the Mayor?
Sorry,
Claire the Mayor.
Yeah, can I go and see the cleric, please?
Can I-
Tisser the Fisher.
No. It doesn't rhyme.
Disher the Fisher. That's not a name.
No.
Anyway, yeah, you can
Hilda
see
the
Cleric.
builder.
Hilda the Builder. I fucking like that. Anyway, you need to
Can I yank the teeth out?
You can yank the teeth out.
Can I just be he's just standing there talking? I'm just like
Give me a medicine check.
yank.
Do we have medicine checks?
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, you can have a go if you want, Deela.
No, there's no pre-warning.
Right. I'm going to go and see Derek the cleric.
Okay, you're going to do a medicine check. 15 to 20, so 16 upwards, you will heal him for 2 hit points. 11 upwards, 11 to 15, you will heal him for 1 hit point. 6 upwards, nothing below... So basically, 1 to 5, you'll do a damage to him.
Oh God.
15!
15, so you'll heal him for 1 hit point.
And I take the teeth out.
And the teeth are out.
Okay.
I'll just stand there just like clicking them together.
That's really weird, Deela. Please don't.
Nom 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 nom.
You're feeling pretty okay.
Thank you. It's what I just did an extra damage by mistake. Fuck. Ow!
Nom nom.
Why num num?
That looks like quite the... I'll tell you what, and he pours some moonshine over your
Oh
arms.
fuck.
It burns a little bit, but you know it's doing good.
Does it heal me for any more?
You get drunk.
That's better.
It does not heal you for any more.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna take a sit down and have my
Will you?
bread. No,
Yeah?
please.
Okay.
Dad, leave.
I want my dinner too, son.
You've already said you've had your lunch hours ago.
Yeah, but it's getting to dinner time now. Come with me. Let's go inside.
Oh.
You wander back in.
I think I just come here just to watch those two
I
interact.
genuinely imagine your family being the Weasleys. Like your mum, in my head, 100% is a tiny little halfling version of Mrs.
Molly.
Weasley.
Yeah.
Who's my favourite Harry Potter character, by the way.
I suppose we are all ginger.
Righteously so.
Righteously ginger.
Hello, son. How are you?
Who's this?
Who are
It's
you?
Mum. Quite the masculine voice, haven't I?
Hello, Ma. How are you doing?
All right. Your dad's acting odd today.
Ma, he always acts like this. He's never been quite right around me.
He's been on the shine.
We've
Miss
had-
Shine.
you know,
What about
you
going
two have-
Irish?
You two have never clicked.
I don't think we have, Ma. I
No.
don't.
God forbid you do. I've got hope for you.
You,
You're the family hope.
Da said you'd made me some bread. Or you'd bought me some bread.
I bought some bread. I got those buns you like. The hot cross ones.
Oh.
It would be able to make a hot cross
I don't know what a hot cross bun
We
is
don't
even
know what it
really
is.
made of.
buns.
Raisins.
It's got raisins in it.
Ah.
I think raisins are in it.
And bread
But
stuff.
they don't have raisins in this sense. It's mouse droppings. No. It's I imagine it's a hot cross bun with no real like.
Okay. No.
Maybe like
filling.
I suppose it's whatever they can. No, maybe you've got great raisins. You're farm town. You got some raisins, whatever. It's
Yeah,
little
sure,
odd
sure.
bits growing around in people's gardens and stuff.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's like
I would
maybe,
like to
maybe even
sit at the
bakers grow
table.
them. How do you grow a raisin? Is it just a shriveled grape? Shriveled rape. No.
That's bad.
Rapeseed oil.
It's a. I think it's just a shriveled grape.
What? A shrimpled?
It is a shriveled grape. What is a raisin?
I think it is.
It definitely comes in those little red packages with the lady on it, but she's in those.
sun-made.
Sun-made.
Oh, yeah.
Takes me back to my childhood. That does.
Yeah, was that what you think? Everyone had to have like a wee raisin packet in like a lunchbox that you never ate because you were like, oh, like.
I also used to
I
have a little.
fucking ate them.
I always
Of
used to
course I
have a
did.
little packet of Jaffa cakes, and I always used to go mental when they gave me an extra one, like an extra Jaffa cake in there. Love it.
I sit down at the table.
I can't do the accent. I'm driving there. Right. Okay. Yeah. No. Well, so I'll give you some. We'll save the hot cross buns for dessert, and I'll give you. Fuck the accent. It's gone. It's gone. How do I do this accent? You know people with this accent, Robin.
What?
How do they do it?
Who?
How do they put it on? Irish people.
How do they speak? Or
So how do they put on the accent? How do they do it?
What's the gateway into it?
What's the
I
gateway?
figured it out.
More
More
alcohol.
booze.
I'm driving down. Anyway, so okay, well, fuck, shit. I'll save that for dessert. I'll just do whatever comes to fucking mind. And then I'll have cabbage stew, and we've got some nice bread, some crusty.
Oh, thanks, Ma.
That's okay, son.
That's all right. It's not weird.
We're clicking.
We've always clicked.
We have.
We've always clucked.
It clucked. That means something else here, son.
Okay.
Maybe you've clicked a bit too close.
Oh, maybe we clicked a bit at 2 o'clock.
You clocked a bit too close.
Have you been drinking?
Ma,
There's a lot of.
did you see
fumes
what's happened
outside
out
Mrs.
there?
Springstone.
I heard
There's a lot of. Fumes.
what did you hear?
an explosion.
Yeah, it was Dad. He did it.
Right. Okay.
You're
He
lucky he
was-
wasn't inside the house, Mrs. Springstone, or else this place would have been completely.
Did he
nicked out.
explode?
No, unfortunately not.
Can I work my way into Mrs. Brown from Mrs. Brown's Boys? No. I can't do that accent either.
No, he's
You're
all...
barking bastard. No, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Irish apparently is the accent that escapes me.
But yes, no, Ma, thanks for the lunch.
Oh, no, dinner? It's 6 o'clock.
I thought it was 4.
It took you 2 fucking hours walking in with your dinner.
Well, we don't have a clock, Ma. How was I to know?
You can see the church from here.
Can we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know. I've never looked out the window.
Yeah, you've walked past it every day.
I know, but I couldn't see it from here.
Go there every Sunday.
I know, but I can't see it from the house.
Inside the house. I guess.
Maybe I'm just not tall enough to see it out the counter.
Oh, that's good. No, not my tallest son. Not my smartest. Anyway.
I just sit there. This is why I come to this house.
Deela,
I just
can
sit
I-
there and watch
There's
these
very
two.
weird, awkward conversations between these wee gnomes.
I just sit there like, is it?
you asked too many questions.
This is true.
Is it
Deela, can I offer you some cabbage soup?
No, thank you, Mrs. Springstone. If you have, I'll take one of the other wee loaves if they're going.
No, we've got some loaves. Yeah.
That would be really, very
I'll
nice.
cut you off a slice.
Thank you.
Gives you a bit of a loaf. It's nice.
Did you got them today in town? Was town busy today, Mrs. Springstone?
No, everyone seems to be busy in the farms with the harvest, getting ready, and there's a couple of stalls starting to go up in the
Oh, that's exciting.
in the centre. I started putting them up this afternoon.
Are you doing anything in the harvest festival this year, Mrs. Springstone?
Oh no, I'll be enjoying the fair. Some time away from the kids. Not you, Rusty.
I did realise that one of my flaws is that I'm oblivious to social expectations, and I think that, like, I'm just not very good in social.
I'm also trying to play into that for you. You get it from your parents.
every like interaction with my family is incredibly awkward.
It always, yes. There's a
This
lot
is
of
why I'm
misunderstandings.
This is why I'm friends with you. I just like to come around and just watch. He's just like interact like this is like the most excitement I have in this town.
He's also the only person in the town your age. People don't have kids that often because you live for 200 years.
Yeah.
Apart from the hey
Do
goods.
we not have a rival gang, like a rival duo who are just like us but different?
Do we have rivals?
Yes, it's Baggo. It's Baggo and Derek the cleric. Yeah, they're oldest too.
Right, that was a lovely lunch, Ma.
It's dinner.
Thanks.
The DM is only going to hint this through the characters so much.
Thanks.
We didn't have lunch, Mrs. Springstone. So
Does that mean I can have some more?
You can have 2 hot cross buns.
Oh, thanks, Ma.
Would you like a hot cross bun there, Deela?
that would be lovely, Mrs.
I'll give you one too.
Is this her first or her second? If she gets 2, then I need 2.
You're already having 2.
You're already having 2.
If she gets 2, can I get 3?
Cheeky shite.
I'm bigger than
Deela,
her.
how many would you like?
I'm still growing, Ma.
You're definitely growing.
Ha! Thank. Is that good? Thanks, Ma.
It's going to be bigger than that cabbage soon. Anyway,
Okay.
Deela, how many would you like?
I'll just take the one. You have
Just
one
one.
for yourself, Mrs. Springstone.
okay.
I give her a wee wink.
Thank you very much.
Um,
It's mine. They are mine. I already have them. You're not doing me a favour. I'm going to go do the washing up. You two chat. And she goes off and starts like scrub-a-dub-dubbing in her bucket.
Deela,
She takes the washing outside, walks down towards the river.
don't you ever wish that there was something else that wasn't this fucking town?
Clucking.
This clucking town.
I don't know. It has its own wee excitements, you know, and Day
rabid rats.
There is. I've seen it.
No.
Your head pops up and he goes, I've been everywhere. And he walks away.
I close the shutters.
Slam it on his fingers. How? Where am I?
I mean,
I think I live near here.
Is it like a common, when you're quite young, you don't really know about Bago yet, you just hear this like old man inside giving
You're
these
all,
kids
well,
nightmares.
that's the sort of thing, is like, you're all very used to it because you've lived with it. Bago's been there for everyone. Derek the cleric is the other oldest person in the town. He's probably about like 187.
Whoa.
And he remembers Bago being this when he was 5.
Jesus.
My God. I don't know, Deela. Do you not ever just think there's something more exciting out there? What about... I don't know. Maybe some of the other towns might be easier. We might be able to jump on the wee trolley with those totally not gypsies. Do you not sometimes feel that it's incredibly boring here? Or maybe my family just really weird?
I think your family are really, really weird, Rusty, but that's what makes it exciting.
Thanks.
Everywhere else is the same. Every of the other 5 towns, every 6 towns, 5 towns, 6 towns, all the other towns are just exactly the same as it is here, and we're happy here, and we get on with it. You gotta make the most of what you have, and I think you've got potential. You're not really using it here. You've got your prize cabbage, but you could do more.
But not here.
The trick, son, because of course there's a small kitchen with a table that everyone is sat round whilst you're having this conversation.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought we were alone.
No. All of your siblings are here. Your granddad's there.
You think privacy is a thing?
No, there is no such thing as privacy. They're all politely trying to ignore you.
Oh, fuck.
But not your dad. He's like, the thing about the cabbages it's quantity.
I've heard
not
this one
quality.
before, Deela.
You can grow the biggest cabbage in the world, but if it goes off in a week, it doesn't feed anyone but the fishes.
Do fishes eat cabbage?
Which is where we throw them when we're done.
You could try down
Right.
in the Smiths with us. You've said you never want to give it a go because you wouldn't be strong enough, but it's something that you're actually doing something. The day passes by because you've got physical labour, and my dads would love to see you. You need to come round to ours more often.
I would like that, but I'd also think that my real forte is in the bakery, but more on the eating side than the baking side.
I was just going to say, son, I think you're more of a customer than a worker.
But I can trial the foods. Look, I'm getting to that point in my life where I need to decide what I want to do in this town. They need people to try the food, don't they? Like, before they sell it?
Why would they...
Everybody tries the food.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really changed in centuries.
But maybe they could.
I'll tell you who needs to try the food. Those bloody farmers over in the town over there. Red Cabbages need to try something there, don't they? They're not doing it right.
Dad, you never shut up about this.
The Red Cabbages?
No.
They're fucking wrong, aren't they?
Why are you so salty about the red cabbages?
I'll tell you what are salty. Those bloody Red Cabbages. The taste. Better on the tongue.
A salt in our eyes as well.
That's a bit far, right? I'll take it.
I pick up my plate and my cutlery and I go put them in the sink and...
There isn't really a sink as so much as a bucket.
I put them in the bucket and then... I really just want to leave. I don't know where to go though. Shall we go? Are you going to come with me? Thank you very much for dinner, Ma.
She's down sort of by the river. You get a wave from her, but she doesn't shout back. So at this point, you guys sort of do a little. Maybe hang out for a little bit, chat for a little bit more, and then sort of the sun shift happens, and you sort of come to late in the evening. Both a bit knackered, particularly you, Rusty, having had a bit more injury during the sort of fight with the rats, and you both sort of go back to your respective homes and like rest off the night. The next morning, around sort of probably you guys are used to getting up fairly early, like sort of 6 o'clock in the morning, sort of thing. Like you
Cluck-a-doodle-doo, motherfuckers.
You just wait. That's the thing. Everyone wakes up and just cluck in their face, like, wake up.
No. It was, the clucks just wake you up. I go, fucking doodle-doo!
Why am I alive?
Fucking doodle-doo! But you get up and like help around the house a little bit in your morning chores. Like you guys sort of like tidy up the house a little bit, and then.
So wait, did she go back to her own house, or did she?
No. So this is Deela's back at the sort of.
I'm polishing my cluck shoes.
Yeah, okay.
So sort of like the sort of standard way that you guys are sort of like you guys explained yesterday. You guys were talking about the fact that you guys haven't really decided what you're going to do with your lives here. Like Deela's definitely going more towards the blacksmithing side of things, and that's something she's very like skilled at. But you obviously haven't decided what you want to do with your time in this town, with your life in this town. So but the way things sort of work at the moment is that you're old enough to be sort of helping out a lot. So really what you do is that you spend like the morning until sort of around 11 o'clock midday-ish, like working on the farms that your families own and stuff, and in the blacksmiths. And then for the rest of the day, you're kind of free to do kind of what you want / go and help around with lots of other people and like do the odd jobs around the town. And that's kind of like your guys' responsibility. So you sort of spend the morning, like you Rusty like help the harvest, bringing in a lot of the cabbages, and start like piling them up in the farm. You guys have like I don't know, like maybe some sort of special way of using like hay and that sort of stuff to like pack them up so they don't like rot as quickly or stuff like that. Spend a few days, like a few hours doing that, as well as making a couple of trips down to the river and getting some water for your trough next to your prize cabbage, and maybe like water your prize cabbage a wee bit.
Yeah.
Deela.
It's now 80 centimeters.
Maybe 72.
Okay.
I'll
take it.
I'll give you 72.
There was a lot of stress yesterday, that just.
Yeah, it's bad growth.
Stunted the growth.
This cabbage is special because it's been growing. You've been like using special techniques to keep it growing for like nearly a year.
But you know what? That one day that could cost you everything.
Yeah.
It's alright. I'll just pack it more full of cabbage steroids.
But yeah, you
just like sellotape other cabbages on it and be like, it's all one.
That's cheating.
Deela, you're over at the blacksmith. You wake up, your dad's are sort of like
I give him a full regale of the story that happened yesterday.
Blew up I heard it.
It was great.
Brilliant job, yeah, loved it. Great.
Great fun.
Yeah, I saw the blue cloud like a mushroom. Good job. Don't go doing that to the forge. Gotta keep it at an exactly perfect temperature. Oh, so hot. We've not got thermometers yet. Anyway, we've got some orders. We've got to get some nails done. We're helping put up the stalls for the fair again. So we're just gonna be putting out some nails today. If you help with that in the morning, that'd be great.
Cool.
Fantastic. All right. So you spend the morning sort of making some nails. You also sort of like help like polish and make some more farming equipment and stuff for some of the other farmers that have sort of, especially the harvest time. They start to notice things that are starting to break and things like that. So you're sort of resharpening scides and shears and all this sort of stuff, and then you're fixing up all that sort of stuff. And then around sort of near to midday, you get a job done. And you sort of a lot of people start to take off for like lunch and have some sort of lunch breaks. And you guys, what would you guys sort of do for your lunch? Are you going to go meet up, or are you going to...
I'm going to come over to the blacksmith.
Sweet.
Because I feel like I want to explore that a little bit. I want to know more about Deela. I as a player, want to know more about Deela and her life. In
the Shacklefoots.
The Shacklefoots.
We're the best.
Yeah. I go and I knock on the door. Hello, is that Bot Groganog? I can't. What's
We're
your
round
name?
at the forge. Come round.
Is that at a different door?
No. So their house is sort of set up that there's like the way that you would walk towards it from the street that comes from town. It's sort of like a very much like almost. If you imagine like a gazebo sort of roof, and there's strats coming down, and then underneath that is a massive forge with like anvils and hammers and loads of equipment lying around and all this sort of stuff, and it's sort of like very open air, and that's attached almost like in the corner of the bits of the house behind it.
Yeah.
And at the top of that, it's got a big funnel where the smoke goes out from the forge, and you can see that it's like boiling hot in there. The both of the blacksmiths are wearing sort of like a light sort of t-shirty tunic style thing with big heavy leather aprons on. Of course, they're both halflings. So they're about like 3'1", 3'2", and they're sort of like hammering away with sparks coming off stuff. And you can see that Deela is in there as well, sort of sorting some of the nails into sort of piles that are going to the different people. At this point, they look like they're finishing up. Like their names, I know you asked, were Dobo and Torla. And Dobo looks to be sort of like hammering away at making some like a scythe blade or something. Yeah. And Torla looks to be sort of going around and like cleaning some stuff up and like putting some stuff away. Looks like he's recently finished a job. Yeah. And he's been putting away some of the tools and stuff that the others have been working with.
Yeah, I mean, probably walk in. I think it's probably like unnaturally like sweaty and hot and like weird in here. And I think as being a bit of a plump boy, he's like awkwardly sweaty.
Yeah, the land that you live in, which doesn't really have a name. You guys just sort of know Findlewood. You don't really worry about the country or whatever you live in. But the land that you live in has got quite a pleasant climate. Probably ranges. Okay. It's probably something in the range of like normally like 15 to 20 degrees. It's warm, but not like it's not like Mediterranean weather or anything. Yeah. It's very much like pleasant British summer, but not the summer that we've had recently because of global warming. But like it's sort of that sort of mild, pleasant temperature. And in this room, it's like properly hot. Like the clothes that you're wearing feel like they're too warm even for what this temperature is. You can't imagine how they're like working with the leather aprons on and stuff. But so you see Dobo, who is everyone's very short, although tall in comparison to you. They are like obviously quite muscular, and they have like big shoulders, and Dobo has a shaven head. And a sort of like great sort of big mustache, like a nice brilliant. Big proper mustache, but no, and like sort of stubble for the rest of his beard. And Torla, you can see has sort of he's sort of got a sort of golden locks hair, which is sort of swept back in a Jaime Lannister style way, but he has a full gold beard accompanying it as well.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Rusty. I love that name.
Thanks.
We see metal rusts.
I see. I like the joke.
Yeah, I'm not funny like your dad, but
he's not funny.
He's a bit. Just careful with the question. He's funny, just not.
He's funny.
Funny.
He's a bit funny.
But I'll tell you you're funny, Rusty. That's a good one. Anyway, can you here for Deela?
Yes. I don't know. I just wanted to see what was happening in here.
Well, I've been working on nails today, mostly. I've been working on this scythe blade.
Right.
He seemed like ruffle his mustache.
Thank you.
Yeah, no.
I go over to Deela and be like, what you doing? Hello.
Oh, how's your day been, Rusty?
Same as always.
See, my day so far has been, I've been basically doing all these nails, right? And there's different sizes of nails, and she goes on for about 5 minutes about nails and why nails are amazing and great, and why everyone should love nails. And they're wonderful. And I was also making these
both your dads interject every so often with an addition, like a little addition on top of his head.
Well, and of course, don't forget the crosshead screws.
Oh, you can't forget the crosshead screws.
Because screws are more complex. The threading, now that's where the complexity
People
comes
don't
in.
tell you about this, but you see, that is so crucial to these nails, and this goes on for quite a while. Talking about.
I think Rusty's just enjoying listening to someone not talking about cabbages.
Yeah. And then I also move on to show him the cluck shoes that I've been working on.
Right.
And I start telling him this new thing that I changed. When I got home last night, I changed a slight thing about them that makes them a bit more streamlined, and a bit more of a curve at the top. So when the clucks dig their feet into the ground, they'll sort of give them a better grip to push off. And I explained that for about a good half an hour. Deela loves her job. She loves what she does.
Rusty, how much are you like paying attention?
I think I've like picked something else up that was like sitting down there, and I'm sort of fiddling around with it because that was one of my.
But is Rusty interested by what?
He's interested to the point that it's not cabbages.
Good. Okay, so you're listening.
Yeah.
You're listening. Cool. So after
Not
about
understanding any of it.
No. But after about like 10 minutes of you guys like chatting about like Deela in depth explaining all of the blacksmithing things, you sort of like Rusty sort of catches the eye and just looks over, and like both of Deela's dads are both stood there looking at the two of you going, "It's adorable." One day. And then they're like Taurus like, "Oh, you." Anyway, lunch, right? Let's head off. And they both wander out towards their house. They've got like a back door that goes straight from the forge area into their rough-looking kitchen, where they've got like big cutlery and pots and pans and stuff.
No. Between Rusty
notices it. Deela doesn't. She's in depth. Like you're like really just talking about all this new clock sheet that you're working on.
I feel like Rusty's whole life is just awkward.
The two of you like being the same age, and I think we discussed this at some point when we were building the characters. The two of you being the same age in the town and not biologically related has led to a lot of jokes throughout your lives that you'll end up together.
I think everyone just believes that it's going to happen.
Eventually, it will probably happen. They believe, yes. No one's pushing you to do it. They just like joke about
it's going to
it.
be natural.
It'll happen eventually.
When you realise there's no one
The
else.
the only person that doesn't do it is Bago, who either thinks you've been married for years or can't remember who you are.
Or thinks you're the same person.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Right. I mean, you're still talking, aren't
I'm
you?
still talking about these shoes.
Right.
Sorry. I get carried away. So sometimes it's lunch.
Yes, I like that idea. I like it when our plans involve food.
So where are you going to go for lunch?
The bakers.
We always go to the bakers for lunch.
Oh, well, yes. We do. Is that bad?
You said yesterday you wanted a bit more of like excitement in our lives, something a bit different.
At that moment,
But
a cluck runs past the door, past the forge, and it runs off, and you see two of the Haygoods, Golhill and Prissy, run after it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, Prissy is one of the names I have here.
I look behind and go, oh, right. But yes, I mean, I also said that I wanted to pursue my career in the bakers.
It looks like it was the Motherclucker.
I'm out the door. That's my baby.
No,
no.
You can hear Golhill.
We were going to go to the
Golhill
bakers.
going, come back!
Motherclucker!
Prissy's like running a little bit further behind, going, go, you faster! Chase him!
What's the Motherclucker? I imagine she's like the world's sassiest chicken.
It's a sass.
She needs to have a sassy name.
Motherclucker.
Oh, I mean, you gotta have like a colloquial name as well.
Oh, somebody gave me a name for this recently.
Was it me suggesting Susan?
Susan! That was it. It's a good name.
A big sassy Susan chicken.
Yeah, no, Susan. I like Susan. I think that Susan's a good name for the Motherclucker.
Yeah, big Sue Bear.
But yeah, no, you see this running past. I love the idea of introducing a quest just before lunch every day and stopping Rusty from having lunch.
It's an eternal curse.
I've noticed that Rusty has not turned out to be the character that I thought it was going to be at all. He just seems to be like eternally disappointed, and like, like everything I had for him was like, if
just
someone's in
bumbles
trouble,
along.
always willing to help.
But
Nobody
she
stays
doesn't
angry at
want
me
to.
for long. Would rather make a new friend than a new enemy. Nothing can shake my optimistic attitude. Like, all of this has gone completely down the shitter. The only thing that has remained is I eat a lot, and
Yes,
I am
too many
oblivious to social expectations.
I love it.
They're strong though. Them be strong.
I'm going to revise these personality traits.
Play him however you like. I don't care. But yeah, no. What are you guys doing?
I am running after the Motherclucker, screaming her name, be like, Susan! Susan!
So you start
I'm
running after
breaking
him.
free, motherfuckers.
Can you guys give me an athletics check?
Yes. Oh. That's a red hot 9.
9?
4.
You
I fall out of the fort. I like to say I'm still wearing like my blacksmithy stuff and all that shit.
You've
and
got,
I just ran out in like a panic and tripped over and
Yeah.
like stood on my apron and fell down. But like,
so normally you have like on you like probably your hammer and a couple of useful things like your flint and a couple of other useful sort of tools.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment you've got like a full tool belt on because you've just been working in the actual forge. You've also got like a really, you normally wear sort of your leather apron just around town anyway because it's convenient, but normally when you're doing anything athletic you would take your big heavy apron off because it's getting in the way of it's getting in the way of your knees. So you're sort of like sprinting after this cabbage, but you note it this cluck.
Oh no!
You're sprinting after this cluck, and you actually see Rusty go past you as Rusty starts to approach up to Prissy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm the one running now. I kind of didn't want to do this in the first place. I just sort of followed you because you were running, and now I'm...
Did you say this as you're running past?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Prissy's like, just keep going, you're going fast, got him!
Keep running.
You're like the red flash.
What do I do when I get to Susan?
I got to soothe her. Soothe Susan!
How do I soothe a chick?
And a massive quest marker comes above your head that says, Soothe Susan.
Susan.
Or the Soothing of Susan. That's the name of the quest.
It's called Susan.
Susan.
Don't get clucky.
Don't.
Right. Susan.
It starts like you see it like look at you and then dart down another alley as like Gull Hill runs after it.
You need to bow to her.
It didn't work. I tried to call her name, but she ran away again.
Bow to her.
She looks angrier. Like, she's not looking at me. I can't bow.
When she looks at you, you need to like curtsy or bow.
And then
to
you
show
can't really
respect.
hear. Fucking need to learn your names. Deela, you can't really hear Deela anymore because you like run around the corner after it and she's like a little bit behind you, but the last thing you hear is like you need to bow to her and then you run around the corner. Can you both give me athletic checks again?
Ooh.
19.
19?
14.
14. So you're actually now, Rusty, starting to approach up to the same sort of level as Gull Hill. Actually, you sort of feel just on the back of your heels now that Deela, having sort of pulled off her apron and is now and her toolkit is sprinting after you at a much faster pace. She looks like she's just about to go past you. You're now both probably about 3 or 4 meters towards Susan, and she sort of takes another left and darts and starts running towards what you think now is the street up towards the bakery that leads into the town square.
Yes,
Dun, dun,
we're
dun.
going for lunch. Susan's coming with.
Susan, you beautiful bastard!
I knew we could convince her.
Keep running.
How are you guys going to try and stop?
Because I feel like me and Susan have a bond, right? Because I ride Susan, not in that way, but Susan is my
Steed.
Your
mighty steed.
My mighty steed.
Valiant.
So I feel like she
The
knows
mightiest of the Steves is obviously
Exactly.
Steve.
The mightiest.
Steve Clock.
Steve the steed.
Steve the Steed.
Steve the Steve.
He ain't no Motherclucker though. He ain't no.
No,
Motherclucker.
he's just a standard clock.
So I feel like I'll just be there to try and soothe her and like calm her down and like do the whole like bow respecty thing and then like get in her and like ride her
You
back.
did a
to
buckbeak thing.
Yeah.
So you're running after her. She's obviously like not quite running at her full pace because you've clocked these clocks at approximately like for our point of view, for the listeners, they can run around 30 miles an hour. Like they can clock high speeds. when you're sort of racing them.
They
She
can cluck high speed.
clock high speed. She's obviously like, you guys are running probably around 12 to 15 miles an hour after them at the moment, and you're just about catching her. She seems to be getting confused by the town streets a little bit as well.
Running into them.
Not used to being like she doesn't really ride. You usually ride her out in the fields and stuff. Not and like once you rode them. Oh no, once or twice you've ridden them down to the lake. Which is about a 2-3 hour walk, but with the clucks. Actually, no, you probably do that fairly often down to the lake. And you...
No, Susan, take a left. The bakery's on the left.
So you guys, you sprint after Susan, and at this point you're just about trying to get up alongside her. And then you all burst out into the town square, where you can see some people have been setting up stalls. There's sort of like framework of stalls going on.
Susan.
And like, Susan sort of smashes through one of them into the thing and then like rolls onto her side and goes and then you all start to sort of surround her and like try and like soothe. What are you trying to do to soothe her?
So I'm like, Susan. So I give her like I keep her in the eyes and I give her like the bow, like, Susan, it's okay. You're okay, Susan.
Do you know how a chicken
What
sounds?
happened?
No. I mean, I grew up with chickens, but no.
No, I mean, there's just
like-
this...
I'm going to just keep doing the caca thing,
Okay.
obviously,
Oh.
because that's fun. I like doing it.
What happened, sweetie? What happened to your wee girl?
He's got this crazed look in its eye. And then you'd be from behind you. Caca! Caca! And you see sort of like Obi-Wan Kenobi
Keep it away!
come up behind you, and he's like, Caca! And he goes, Caca! And there's a weird head tilt, like,
What the fuck?
Caca! Caca! Tuki tuki! Ka! He's like, tuki tuki ka. He's like, they appear to be talking.
What the fuck, Bagel? You never ceases to amaze me.
He's like, ooh, bakery's open. Okay. And he wanders into the bakery.
Bago?
Hello! He comes back out with a scone in his hand.
Fuck me, I'm going
And then in a
there.
second, it's gone. Couldn't resist that.
What were you saying to Susan?
Who's Susan?
Didn't think so. The man.
No worries. No, there's a big chicken.
I can imagine everyone. Susan's the most confused by this. This person who was just like having a full-blown conversation with her. She's like, "Oh my god, they can actually speak my language." Who's
No,
that
this is
bugger
not the
dog?
first time this has happened.
And then comes back and he's like, "He's not speaking to me. Did I say something?"
The others, so now having like calmed her down, you guys have got like you're holding the reins to Susan, and
I'm giving her like
Gullhill and Prissy come up and they like
pat
pat her and they're like, "Oh, good girl," and they like check and make sure that like she's got her harness on, and they were like, it looks like they were trying to harness her up when one of them accidentally like pulled out one of her feathers or something. The harness got like caught on the other side and pulled a feather out. So they carefully like unruffle the feathers and like get the harness in place and like lock it on properly. And Gull's like, "Oh, thank you very much. Oh, Jesus, that was close. God knows what she's got damage she could have done in here with all these. Everyone's gonna have this accent now.
Yeah.
What damage she could have done in the town with all the new stalls going up and everything. That could have been a disaster.
It was a clucking close one.
That's-
We'll have to give it
Very
one.
good. Not really very good because everyone uses cluck as fuck in this town. But yes. Right, yeah, no. I tell you what, you know Susan very well. You mind taking her back to the
No, I'd love to.
Haygood Farm when you're done?
That'd be great.
We best go back. We're milking the cows for the harvest at the moment.
I must take you all day.
Oh, well, yeah, no, it's quite. We've got quite a few of them this season actually. So yeah, no, it's been quite good. We got quite the milky yield.
Wow.
Lovely.
Prissy's like,
Rusty walks out.
that's a fucking awful way of putting that.
Rusty walks back out of the bakery with a bag with about 7 scones in it. And he's like, "I got lunch.
How many of them are for you?
5.
Thought so.
I thought I'd give you... Well, see, to be honest, I didn't quite know how to bow to a chicken, so I thought I'd just give her a scone.
So wait, you've got 6 scones.
7 scones.
You got 7. I thought you had 6.
5
5 were for you. 1 was for the chicken. You got nothing for Deela.
We can sort. We should. I was
Oh,
going to
no,
give
none for me. Hate scones. Can't stand them.
I saw you eating one yesterday.
I saw you eating one 5 minutes ago.
I like the idea of just saying nothing when he doesn't know how to answer something.
Right.
Yes, whatever you say. Maybe I'll try one then.
Do you want one of Rusty's?
Rusty, we're old friends, aren't we? Are we? Are we old friends?
Yes.
Have we met?
Old friends.
A lot of my stuff has rusted. It's been a long time, you know. I don't remember.
If I give you a scone.
Have I ever told you about the day the sky was made?
Yes.
Have I?
Couple.
Because it's a story I can't remember. Can you relay it to me?
I hand him a scone.
Is it when he has his arms open wide and like...
You hand him a scone?
Yeah.
Oh no, thank you. I hate scones. Can't stand them.
Try these ones. These ones are good for you.
Wait a minute.
They're good for your memory.
You're giving away his food.
No, wait a
Wait a minute,
minute.
don't convince him!
Wait,
They're good for your memory.
Bagel.
No, lick
Bagel.
it. Lick it.
That's my name.
would you like a scone?
Okay. Never tried one before.
I hand him a scone and then say, "You'll enjoy that, right? Bye bye." I think that's gonna shut him up. And I start to walk away.
Wonderful.
You do like
I'm not
scones.
here.
Can't promise.
Do you want another one?
No.
Another what?
Scone.
I've never tried one.
Actually, Rusty, go on. Give him one of your scones. Go on.
That would be delightful.
He's an old man.
Wait, no. I'm allergic.
To what?
What were we talking about?
Oh my god! Right, I've turned around and walked away.
Fair enough.
Just like everybody has in his life.
As
No
he's-
one's giving this man a chance.
As he walks away, you just hear him like muttering to himself. It's like,
Hexagon around the tower, trapped and bound my mighty power.
What?
Pardon?
A what? Hexagon around the tower.
What?
What did you say?
Are you performing at the fair? It sounds
I'm
good,
gone.
whatever
I'm
it
gone.
was.
I'm gone.
you're walking away.
I'm so gone.
I love Lego so much.
Hello and welcome to the middle bit. I'm afraid it's just me today. Having to record this middle bit quite late at night, just because it's sort of we sort of realised a little bit too late that we didn't actually have the stuff that we needed to do a middle bit all together and to get the episode sorted quite in time. So it's having to be a bit rushed at the end, but that's all right. You're used to that by now. Hope you're enjoying our new campaign, Findlewood. It's been a lot of fun so far. We're very much enjoying the farming theme. It is truly ridiculous. I'm also enjoying playing another character in the Springstone lineage. Mainly just because I get to do that horrendous accent again. But yeah, it's been fantastic so far. And yeah, hope you're enjoying it. We, annoyingly... So we were meant to have, finished all the recording of it by now, but in Glasgow there has been a bit of a local lockdown after a spike in coronavirus cases, so we had to cancel 2 of our recording sessions, in which we would have got this campaign finished. So that's a bit of a bummer, but we still have, I think, after this one, 3 more episodes already recorded. So as long as we're able to get the 3 of us back in a room again, in the same room, within the next 3 weeks, we should be able to keep the episodes coming out on a weekly basis. I think that should be fine. Let's just see what happens. But yeah, I know another local lockdown, which is not great, but how we are. But want to keep this really short tonight. What have we got to talk about? Really, really, really sad to hear about Chadwick Boseman. That was a real shock. Like, something that none of us saw coming at all. How they managed to keep that all under wraps was incredible. But also, would have been nice for him. I don't imagine having all the the media sort of surrounding him while he was going through. That would have been nice. But yeah, in case you don't know, the actor who played Black Panther in the Marvel series and some other great stuff died last week from bowel cancer, which is at the age of, I think it was early 43 or something, which is horrendous. So yeah, best of wishes to all of his family and stuff, and all the people who love Marvel and love the films that he's been in. It's I guess it's a stark reminder that we're not immortal until you live every day like it's your last and all that stuff. So yeah, very, very sad to see that happen. On a slightly lighter note, very much looking forward to the second season of The Mandalorian, which they've said is coming out at the end of September, I think, which would be great. I'm very, very excited about that. Very much looking forward to seeing Ahsoka in live action. That's going to be awesome. Ahsoka is like one of my favourite Star Wars characters ever. If you listen to that horrendous episode me and James did when we decided who our favourite Star Wars character was, you'd realise how highly we rate Ahsoka. So looking forward to seeing her, and also just Din Djarin and Baby Yoda are just the dream team. So got to get that shit back. Charity shout out this week. I'm gonna give Social Bite a shout out because being back out and about in Glasgow and on the streets again, seeing a lot of the homeless people coming back out, because a lot of them people have been like housed in like hotels and stuff while they'd been shut down to customers during lockdown and stuff. So a lot of the homeless people got put up there, which is brilliant, and it was like done like overnight, which shows that if we put our mind to it, we can actually make big changes to the homeless community quickly. But now that stuff's starting to open back up again, they're getting turfed out, and they've got nowhere to go except for back onto the streets. A lot of them actually have managed to sort of sort stuff out over the time that they've been in there. They've had a sort of a safe space to try and get access to the help that they need, the social services, the healthcare, and a lot of them have the lockdown for coronavirus has been good for them. But still, a lot of them haven't managed and are not, for one reason or another, and are now being turfed back out into the streets. So if you want to, whether it's Social Bite, if you're in Scotland, or any sort of homelessness charity, wherever you are, now's a really important time to support them. So if that's in a small monetary donation, then these things go a long way. Our Somies, get in contact with us on whatever you fancy. We're pretty good at replying on Twitter. We've got a Facebook page as well. We post a lot of stuff. We used to be much better at Instagram than we are now, but we do a fair bit on that. We have a Redbubble store with some smexy t-shirts you can go and buy and whatnot. You can buy a Frankie clock. You can buy like some Tholme bed sheets or something, if that's what you and your partner are into. But yeah, is that all the shows we've got? Sure, that'll do. Go tell your pals about us. That would help. That's nice. So yeah, right. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna go to my bed. And hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
You're left alone. You guys can talk.
Yeah, no, I'm walking
you've
away.
got Susan.
We've got Susan now. I'm walking back towards the the animal farm.
I'd say, Rusty, do you want to try riding Susan?
Not in the middle of the town. No, I'm all right. I'd die. I'd actually die.
Well, you could go to the cluck track.
The cluck track?
Yes.
It's just a sort of oval.
I'd like to watch you do it
I think,
first.
Rusty, you
See
need,
one,
you
do
need a
one,
bit more
teach one.
You need a bit more excitement in your life, right?
Right.
You're gonna try riding Susan. She's very gentle. She gets a bad rep from everybody, right? She's misunderstood.
She's strong enough to carry both of you. If you want to teach him how to ride, I mean.
I don't want to do that.
Show me how you would ride a chicken.
Right.
I'll tell you how I'd ride. No.
He's not here.
No, he's not. He's wandered off towards the well.
He loves that well, doesn't he?
It's a landmark.
It's how he gets his youth. He drinks from it.
It's his Lazarus pit.
So each day you see him walk up to it and try and get his bearings.
Town hall. Pub.
Pub? And he goes into the
That's
pub.
all he does.
He gets town hall, pub.
Oh dear, but yeah, I go right, Rusty. So I'm like, tell Susan, like, kneel down. Susan kneels down. I get up on Susan. And I'm like, offer Rusty a hand. Be like, up you come,
But
Rusty.
I take your hand.
And I pull Rusty up under the chicken, and I have him sitting in front of me, so he's the one holding the reins, and I'm holding the reins behind him.
Oh no. Oh, I'm really high up. I'm not a fan of this. What if she bucks me off?
And then I go,
And he
and then
clucks you off.
What
you off.
what if she clucks me off?
I go,
I'll
and then
be
Susan
totally
stands
clucked.
up.
I'll be
fully
totally
straight.
clucked then. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And there's a series of specific clucking instructions that you need to do.
Oh no.
So to make it move, it's
Oh no.
cluck cluck. Say cluck cluck. That's what gets them to start moving.
Cluck,
Do you know what the
cluck.
equivalent of what you just said in real life is? Getting somebody on a horse and going, right, there's a series of fucking instructions you need to do.
So cluck cluck gets them to move. Cluckety cluck gets you into sort of like a mild jog.
Oh no.
Cluckety cluck cluck gets you into a gallop.
I love this. It has reins, but I love this. I hope someone is writing this down.
I say that kind of stuff for good luck. You can also just use the reins like everybody else, but you know, I say that kind of
I
stuff.
think I'll use the reins.
Is that okay?
How do I use the reins?
You just kind of like whip it. You just say, you know, you want to go faster.
That's
you
an
just
indictment of horse racing. You're just gonna whip it!
You just like, to be fair, I have never actually rode a horse before, so I have no idea what.
I've only ever ridden a horse a few times and it scared the shit out of me.
Oh, it must be scary. But you know, you just use the reins. If you want to go faster, you can go like a cluck, and then like go faster. Just give it a go. Just-
Cluck cluck! And I try and whip the reins.
Highs or lows?
Highs.
That's a 1. So you go whip, and then Susan goes like fucking flies off at like 0 to 60, probably in the range of 1 second. It's like thum, it's like it actually before it goes off goes meep meep, and then flies off at that sort of speed. It's up to around 28 miles an hour very quickly, and you are running full pelt down the straight of the cluck track. Can you please give me a raw strength check?
A strength check.
Yes.
How does a 3 tickle your fancy?
So you're holding onto the reins as hard as you can, but as Susan runs around the corner, you are thrown clear and suffer 1 damage. You also have no damage currently because you had a long rest at the last night.
Oh, thank fuck.
Yeah.
So you guys can get rid of all your damage.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Although you can add 1 more on. God.
Alright, I'll just take it back down again. Okay.
So you're on 5 damage.
Yeah. No,
Five
I'm
hit
on 5
points?
health.
5 hit points, yeah.
Right. Yeah, so I imagine Rusty sort of like rolls off. It's probably quite sandy, the track,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Have I been...
You guys have there wasn't really a cluck track before. Well, there wasn't really cluck racing before Deela started becoming kind of good at it and gave the idea to other people who have tried it as well.
Yeah.
So like this is sort of your generation's almost addition to this town, and you guys actually got buckets of sand from the beaches on the edge of the edges of the lake and brought them up to like make the track.
Okay.
I look at the sort of like the skid marks that I've made the whole way along the grass towards like me bundled up on this like the fence and see an empty paper bag and a trail of scones leading back toward where the collision happened, where I flew off, and I just sigh, say, I don't think clock racing is for me.
You've got like scraped up elbows and like a little bump on your knee.
Yeah, I guess it better.
That's
Your
quite
own knee? Oh,
Yeah.
that's so depressing.
sad.
Speaks of a life where your family were just like, don't worry about it. And you're like, oh, okay, it's better
Do you want to put a cabbage on it?
Oh, cabbage leaves, they make great bandages though.
It's like it's like you get stung by stinging nettle. It's like cabbage leaves.
It's dock leaves, isn't it?
No.
You fucking got me, well done. I love it.
But yeah, I'll cut because did I stay on when he fell off? Because I was holding on to the reins as well while he
What,
was
Oh,
did
were you on
roll?
you
I
were on
was on
Susan
the-
as well?
I was on
Oh, right.
Susan as
Were
well.
you sat in front of him or behind,
behind him.
So you
You were sat behind him, so
You definitely need to make a strength check.
you need to make a strength check with disadvantage.
Okay. That's a 7.
Well, that's not great.
That's not great. It could get worse. And that was a 21.
21. Unfortunately, you have to use the 7. So he kind of pulls you off as well, and you also suffer the 1 damage from being pulled.
I'm used to
You
it.
land on one of his scones. Splat.
Oh. I mean, it's not the worst first attempt that I've seen. That's
No,
pretty
it's
good.
no, it was pretty bad.
It's pretty good, honestly. Like, she doesn't usually ride that quickly for anybody except me, so you know, she must have a wee thing for you at least.
I think she hates me and wants to get away.
No. Is she pecking at the scones?
Ooh, yes. What, roll a d4?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's only one. We're okay.
Yeah, she's got one of your scones. One of them got crushed.
How many
You
have I
gave one
got
to
left?
Bago.
I ate one. I gave one away. She had one before.
That's 4 gone
Oh shit.
of the 7, so you got 3 left.
Fuck.
This
And
is
they're all covered in sand.
they're a bit sandy.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Well,
Sandy scones.
I
That won't stop you.
I don't I think that my clock riding days are gone.
Just pecking at the scones.
Just you're
I thought
making
she was being sick.
I'm just making noises. Don't mind me, carry on.
I would really like to see you win the clock racing at the Harvest Festival. I just don't think that I'm going to be riding one myself anytime soon. Especially not Susan, 'cause she's wild.
But that's why she's great. That's why she's.
Can't I ride like one of the really slow ones?
I mean, you could sadly up at one of them instead if you want. And give it a go.
Or we could just not. There's another option. I quite like the latter. In terms of the options that we've got, that's my favourite.
It almost looks like Susan's crossing her arms, even though she physically can't.
Her feathers just kind of ruffle a wee bit.
Yeah,
like.
ruffle. No, she drops a hip.
I think she's trying to say something to me.
She says the version of in chicken. Whatever
Right.
that is.
Is she safe now?
I'll look at Susan. Just give her like a shrug.
She's eating a scone.
No, she's fine.
Good.
She lays an egg.
Fuck. Can we take that?
She starts sort of wandering away from it.
Yeah.
Right.
You would
How
take-
big is it compared to me?
I suppose it's. How big is an egg in relation to a? It's probably like half a foot.
You just can take it home and make like.
It's
a
like an
cab-
ostrich egg,
So
I
it's
guess.
quarter the size of me.
Yeah, it's an ostrich egg.
Right.
You can take it home and make like a cabbage omelette for dinner tonight.
Or
if you
just an
want.
omelette.
Or just an. Do you have some, Rusty? I've always meant to ask you. Do you not like cabbages?
No.
Oh.
Not I mean, I
Do
like...
you not like cabbages? No. That's a yes. He likes cabbages. Not like. Do you not like? No, I don't.
No, I
No,
don't.
I don't not like cabbages.
Yes.
Yes, I like cabbages.
No. I'm not really a fan. You know when it's like I used to like them when I was little, but no. I've had nothing else to eat my whole life, That's why I quite like the bakery. And it's also
I'm quite partial to a scone, you know.
that's why I'm a bit podgy. You can't get podgy eating cabbage, but you can get podgy eating scones. And so, no, I don't like cabbage. I eat it because I don't really have a choice. But
This is so tragic.
look, it's all
Highs
right.
or lows?
Highs. No,
No. In
the
that
DM has just decided what I'm having for my dinner.
no. There's a famine and everything else is destroyed apart from the cabbages. No. You notice Susan sort of come up behind you and try and peck a scone out of your hand, and you manage to like keep it away from her. And she's like, she turns around like she wasn't looking at you, like.
Susan,
Click,
I don't want to be your enemy. If you want a scone, you can have one. Do you want a scone?
Oh, 100%. By the way, if you like, you have like a set of keys for Susan. You lock her, and she goes.
I look at Deela and then look back at Susan, and I sort of like kneel.
You do the bow.
I do the bow and then like offer her a scone.
So like you bow and like put the scone on the ground, and she like bows to you as well, and like puts her sort of like wings out, and then she goes, and then she walks up to you and goes on the scone.
I look at Deela and I'm like, that's it. That's all you're getting today. I feel like I've made really, really good progress on the clock front.
Yeah.
But that's it.
You've done better than most today with her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Susan starts like wandering off towards the farm.
She'll probably be fine walking back.
You got an egg.
Oh yeah, we do have an egg.
Yeah.
Can we like lift it, or do we have to roll it?
No, you can. No, it's like an
It's not
ostrich
big.
egg. Yeah, it's not that heavy.
An ostrich egg.
It's delicate-ish.
Okay. What do they
It's
usually
like holding
do?
an egg.
What do they usually do with the eggs?
Make omelets.
Well, they usually keep them. It's like your cabbages. They keep them and maybe sell them on to the
But
other guys.
because I've got it, then I can.
You would know strictly it's not yours.
Okay.
It's probably it's like theirs.
Okay. Well,
They have like big chicken coops. I guess.
I think they just let them.
I imagine they're like big boxes that are just on stilts. That seems fun.
How big are these fucking boxes?
Big. Like bigger than your houses.
The biggest thing in this town is not the church spire; it's the chicken coops.
Yeah, and there's 5 of them. At the moment, there are 3 clocks. Susan, Steve.
Yeah, and
Samuel L. Jackson.
no, Wendy.
I want an
No,
SLJ.
it's gotta be.
clucker.
Is it a male or a female?
They're all female.
That's so true. Why is there a female called Steve?
Steve's the male. No, Steve's the only cluckadoodle-doo.
Right. Okay. And then there's Wendy and Lisa.
Yes, because there has to be a male, otherwise they would all die. They would never breed.
I don't know how farms work.
Well, you have to have a cockerel, because the females always lay eggs, but you need to have the cockerel to fertilise them.
Sure.
To like breed with them, otherwise the eggs don't have any babies and they're just eggs that we eat.
Yeah.
So, if they were all females, they'd have to get a male from somewhere, otherwise these would be the last clucks ever.
Sure.
So they've got a male called Steve.
Right. Okay.
He's probably separated from the females, because otherwise he would fertilise their eggs, and they want the normal eggs at the moment.
Okay. Fair enough. So do I have to take this egg back to the owners then?
I mean, you don't have to, but you would know in the town that it's sort of, it's their egg.
I don't. Yeah. I will take it back to the owners.
Nice. This would be like on the quest. It would be an optional
Side
part of the
quest.
quest. Side quest, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you sort of wander back up to the Haygoods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we can just catch up with Susan and just kind of walk her back. make sure she makes it back okay. You could get up. You could ride Susan like a guide her along as well if you're wanting to.
No, I have made really good progress today. I don't need to walk her home. She can walk herself home.
You're literally not that far from the coobs. Like, it's probably like 20-30 meters.
You're forcing me to be more of a chicken lover than I am quite ready to really embrace at the moment.
He's more of a chicken than a chicken lover.
Exactly. I get on Susan, and I then just sort of
I just waddle
gently
behind.
Yeah, as you're coming up, you can see coming from like the. So you guys sort of riding and doing some of the teaching and all this sort of stuff, like getting Susan ready to actually properly ride and like all this sort of stuff. So it's probably sort of getting on again today about late afternoonish now, probably closer to sort of dinner time.
Fantastic. Time for dinner.
you see Ropip, who's the father of Prissy. He's coming out from the
is he the
big
head
barn.
of the family? Is he the...
No, well, so the Haygoods sort of have Holrose and Ropip. Let me just check. Yeah, Ropip is Prissy's dad, married to Nellie. They've also got Holrose, who's married to Anila. I made up these names. Yet I cannot read them. But she's passed away. Holrose is the father of Golhill, who we met earlier, whose younger brother is Rongi, married to Mina, and they have a son called Samel, who's like probably the youngest in the town at the moment. Samel, S-A-M-A-L, but yeah, Samel.
Don't you really think that these families are just way too big for me to even comprehend? There's far too many people in them, especially the Haygoods. I just say hi and like pretend I know who they are.
You're in a backwater town with barely anyone in it, and you can't remember everyone.
No, but there's a lot of Haygoods.
Hello, Mr. Haygood.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got like Ropip and Nellie have the most kids, and that's Prissy, Amel, Nabelia, and then she's married to Biles, and you've got Lopo and Anpo. They're also quite young. They're probably like in their like nearly 10 sort of years old.
Everyone's going to be Mr. or Mrs. Haywood to me.
Yeah.
So Ropip, Holrose is probably the head of the family. Their parents, they're kind of on the older side, like approaching maybe sort of 100 years, just over 100 years old.
Which is what, like middle-aged?
Middle-aged, yeah. So they're sort of probably in like, Holrose is probably like 140, and Ropip is his younger brother. And then there's Belra, who's they're probably in the range of like 130 to 100. So Ropip is sort of the second oldest in the family, in the Haygoods. So he's probably pretty senior. He seems to be coming from the big barn where they would keep the cows. Yeah. And obviously you know that they've been milking the cows today. So he's sort of walking up with 2 buckets of milk.
Don't trip!
Mr. Haygood.
Great advice.
Mr. Haygood, I have an egg.
You're always so polite, Rusty. I like that.
It was from Susan. She laid an egg. You've
got an egg. Oh.
She threw me at a fence, ate my scone, and then laid an egg.
Okay.
I think I probably...
Trying to ride the Motherclucker. Brave.
I was
did very well.
kind of forced into it.
Oh.
But I don't know. I feel like... I don't know. Like, I feel like I deserve something out of this, but I'm giving you the egg.
Do you know what? I agree. I think keep the egg. We've got loads of them. She's been laying quite a lot recently.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's worth the bruises and the lack of scones, but I will quite happily take your egg. Thank you, Mr. Haygood.
What? No worries. Take the egg. And I tell you what, you're right, those are some rough bruises. And I can see that you're trying to manipulate me. But no, take the egg. And here's a bucket of milk for your ma.
Oh.
We've got quite a lot of cows this year. This milk's going to go off quick. We've got the town to drink it.
Right, I'll take this along to me ma.
Just, send a couple of cabbages over our way.
I will try and get rid of as many as I can. You can have the lot.
How did you just start hating your family in this?
Yeah, you're sort of at the point at the moment where Yeah, I just realised obviously you would be buying stuff at the moment. With the Harvest Festival going on, you guys are like... You've actually all got to the point now where you've all... The money for the Lord for this month at the end... So you're coming to the end of this month, which is when this Harvest Festival is. And the money for the Lord, you've got all the tax saved up, it's all in the bank, and it's literally about ready to go. Like, I think a couple of days after the Harvest Festival, you'll be like... Usually the Lord's men will come and like pick it up. Yeah. They're sort of gnomes and halflings as well. They're just sort of... kind semi-soldier guard guys. You rarely ever see them. Like, you've probably seen them once or twice this year. Okay. They turn up if there's like, you guys get problems with rats, but sometimes there are wolves. Oh god. And like there are other animals that live in the lands.
I don't think I could clear them away by spraying water on them.
No. But like when you have problems with wolves, normally it's like you guys will literally like not deal with it. You guys don't deal with that, and you'll send you'll literally send like maybe a rider or there's not really a sort of a post like ravens or anything like that. So you probably send a rider on a cluck to the Lord.
Yeah, I mean they'll probably just not get his money from the month, and he's like, oh, why is the money not there? And then they'll go around like, the wolves are back.
Yeah. And then like no one's ever been to the Lord's Keep. Yeah. Because there's like near like and the roads that go there like halfway there's like a you might have like seen it off in the distance, but it's like still quite. I mean it's like a good 3-day or 2-day ride, 3-day walk to the Lord's Keep. Yeah. But on the way, there's like a little sort of station that's sometimes like manned by the guards. There's like usually 1 or 2 guards there. They sort of, they'll like rotate round every so often, and you'll like go there and ask them for help, and they might like send 1 or 2 of the Lord's men to come and help with certain problems like that. So you don't see them very often, but you will see one regularly, and he's the guy that will come and like pick up he'll bring like probably like a cow or something like that, and they've got like a trailer that they'll literally go and like pick up the tax from your town and then head back, and they use the in and out things from the centre. Yeah. So there's probably like a guard that goes through each town at the end of time. So you know that there's at least you've only ever seen like 2 guards at a time. Yeah. So you know there's at least 6 guards because they must be going to all the different towns at the same-ish sort of time. So they'll be coming in the next couple of days to pick up the tax. So you guys aren't too worried about like bartering with each other for money at the moment. Right, you're happy to give each other some stuff because and that's sort of common at the end of the month. People are like everyone's quite generous, but everyone like is proper lax with the money rules at the end of the month because they're just not worried about it.
Cool. I'll shout over to Mr. Head Honcho Haywood that I'm just leaving Susan into the coop. I'll give her a good brush.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you very much. It's good stuff. Ropip will remember that. Oh. As if it's
Jesus, I'm playing like
Telltale games. Exactly. That's all I can think of. Ropip will remember that.
No, I don't know what is the Harvest Festival tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Harvest Festival tomorrow.
My ma wanted me back early, because she wanted to prepare the last few things. I don't know what's happening with you.
We're all good. I want to spend some time with Susan, just make sure she's relaxed and easy, and just make sure she's prepared for it's our big race day tomorrow, and
I'll be rooting for you.
There's a lot. There's a lot of
roosting for her.
Why are you still here?
Sorry, I'll leave. I'm not as funny as your dad. I like this idea that everyone thinks his 2 jokes are just fucking hilarious.
And both of us are like...
They're not. They're really not.
I hope... They're literally the only 2 farming jokes I can currently think of. And... you'll hear them, Connor. Don't worry. You'll hear them.
Oh, no. Does he do like a stand-up comedy thing?
No, it's sit down. Stand-up comedy hasn't been invented yet.
Sit down comedy.
Yeah. That's fantastic. God.
There's rumblings that a world away.
Far in the east is standing up and telling jokes.
Hasn't reached Findlewood yet.
No. But yes, my ma said that I used to be back early. I'm not quite sure what it is we're doing, but I'm pretty sure she wouldn't tell me because I'd probably be disgruntled if it was something to do with cabbages, which I expect it probably might be.
Might be getting those last few in.
But the other thing is that I really need to make sure that my prize cabbage which is the only good cabbage in our field. She's a beauty.
Yeah, you really don't like cabbages, but you have that
But
one.
I like her.
It's a her.
But
What's the cabbage's name?
Babbage, the cabbage.
It's not.
I don't like that.
It's not as sexy as a name as I was hoping for.
I was thinking like Carmen or something.
Carmen?
Or Carmelita.
I was thinking of Louise.
Well, I mean, Louise is good.
Lucy?
Louise.
Lucia.
Scarlet. No.
God.
Scarlet's too sexy a name for a cabbage.
Marilyn.
Marilyn's good.
Marilyn.
The marrow. No, there's a guy.
Oh, no.
There's a guy who's got a marrow, and it's called Marilyn. No.
I'm trying to think of
There's no
something that
marrows.
is similar to cabbage.
Carla.
Carla the cabbage. Carla's good.
I don't like Carla. I don't know Carla the cabbage.
It's Carla. Carla the
Carmelita. Carmelita.
No, it doesn't need to-
Carmelina. I actually kind of like.
Carmelina.
Carmelita.
Carmelita.
Yeah.
Ooh. Carmelita.
Sexy.
We can do Carmelita, but I'm not happy about it.
That will perfectly personify the fact that you love this cabbage. There's just something you don't
There's
like
a little
about
bit
it.
of hatred
A little
there.
bit of hatred in there. You gave it a name. I like the suggestion that Deela probably named your cabbage for you.
Yeah.
Carmelita.
Okay. What's it? Caramelized what?
Carmelita.
So I'm gonna have to write that down.
How are you
It's-
thinking it's spelled?
I never heard of it because there's a game series called Sly Cooper, and that's like his nemesis is his nemesis
Carmelita.
/ love interest is a fox called Carmelita. Because he's
How do you spell?
Carmelita.
Start again.
Carmelita.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
my
cool.
understanding.
Carmelita.
That's cool.
I've put it under the family part of my notes.
Carmelita, the cabbage. So you're going to go home and water your cabbage and look after your cabbage.
And
Yay.
go to me bed ready for the big day.
Yeah. I imagine. Are you tucking Carmelita in?
Yes.
Yeah, she's got her own little blanket.
Oh, yeah.
It's 100% like Grandma, isn't
Or
it?
you
Yes,
bring,
yes,
bringing her to
totally.
bed.
You just set the anti-pesto lock and...
Or is he sleeping down in the barn with her tonight?
I mean,
No.
it's literally a room full of mud. It's not that sexy. We do live in the medieval times, after all. So yeah, you're tucking Carmelita in.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know, your bed...
Think big. Think big. Dream big thoughts, Carmelita.
So yeah, no, and you head off up to your house.
Mm-hmm.
Say goodnight to your dad. It's awkward, always is.
No, I don't. I just walk past his room.
Oh, his room's on the floor above you.
Okay.
You move up through at the
Thank God.
house.
Oh, does he have to walk up through my room?
No, he
To get
walks
to his-
past your room. Like
Okay.
you've got a weird spiral staircase in the
Right,
middle.
okay.
It's the Weasley's house.
Yeah.
What about you?
I
Deela?
take Susan to her coop. I'm giving her a good brush. I'm talking to her about what the day's going to be, about the race, about we're competing against those two other Mothercluckers who are right beside us. But you're the best Motherclucker, so we're going to cluck and win this. I give them both.
Winning talk.
I'm giving her a pep talk here. I'm giving those other clucks side eyes, being like, "You fucking little piece of shit." So I'm bringing her new shoes tomorrow. She'll get new wee cluck shoes.
You've not trialed them on her yet.
Ooh, brave.
They're
It's
smooth.
like bringing new tyres to a race that you're not practiced on. Interesting.
Then be the rules in cluck racing, as instituted by me, the one who invented cluck racing.
Who makes a rule like you've got to break you?
You've got to be a blacksmith, one, so that you can make shoes.
Yeah, wait. So who makes a rule that like on the day of the race you have to use tires you've never used before,
And also,
completely
like,
new and unpracticed?
I imagine you're making everybody else's cluck shoes.
Well, however much they pay me is however much effort I put into them.
So this is great. This is like the guy who makes the tyres being a driver and being like, well, I make everyone else's tyres as well. And they're not as good. Holes in them.
And that's not all cluck racing is about. It's also about the chicken and your bond with them, not just about the shoes. You know,
So this has turned into Pokemon.
there's loads of
So
factors
you-
here.
You
Loads of
tuck,
factors. I'm tucking her in. I'm giving her a wee blanket and getting her all snuggly.
yeah,
Making sure she's
Puff up
warm
her hay.
enough. You huff up her hay.
Hop a fay.
Give more side eyes to the other clucks and trying to psych them out.
Yeah.
Doing some cluck head movements myself.
Steve and what was the other one's name?
Wendy? Lisa?
Wendy and Lisa.
There were only three.
Yeah, Wendy, Lisa, Susan, and Steve.
Oh, so there's 4 clucks.
No, but Steve's the dude.
Oh, the male. I see. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, he doesn't lay eggs.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So Wendy, Lisa, have you got these written down?
I remember them because they're the two people in that Prince song that Holly showed me the other day. I'll remember it. It's the weird. There's the start of a Prince song where it's like, it's like, Wendy, yes, Lisa, is the water warm enough? Yes, Lisa, shall we begin? Yes, Lisa, and it's really creepy. But that's where.
Sounds like something your dad would enjoy. You hear him just doing that in the middle of the night.
Right up his alley.
So you're walking home quite late. You obviously, you know, you hear the sort of last sounds of your dad's pounding in the bedroom, not in the forge.
I did want that clarified.
Wow.
I did want that clarified.
No. You hear them like closing up the forge for the night. They like the forge never really. You never really put out the forge, but you like have a big iron like thing that goes over the front of it, so it doesn't really lose its heat overnight. It stays sort of hot for tomorrow, and then they feed it more. And then it's like, oh, Deela, good day.
Wonderful day. I got to ride Susan. She got loose, but then we managed to take her back to the coop. She laid an egg. Rusty tried to ride her. He didn't do that good, but he did pretty well for Rusty. And I don't think he enjoyed it. But do you know what? I think I need to work on him. I just need to wear him down after one. I think he would really, really enjoy it.
That sounds great.
Susan's doing good. She's clucking away. I've got her all.
Margot said that he saw you. He was in the bakery work.
He's the helper at the bakery.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he saw Rusty coming in. Bought quite a lot of scones.
He didn't actually he didn't eat them all in the end. He lost quite a few in the
I'll
sort
be
of
at first.
the kind of. It's probably good for him.
Oh, we'll be making special belts for him soon, won't we?
And then Turlo gives him like a hit on the arm, like, come on, be fair.
What did I say?
Yeah.
And Turlo's like, right, okay, anyway, you had a good day, that's fantastic. It's quite late, festival's tomorrow, should go get some kit. You don't want to be sleepy for your race. So, Rusty, you fall asleep dreaming big of your Carmelita cabbage. And Deela, you sleep and dream of the clucks and all your tactics you're going to use to try and race. Thinking about like the design of the cluck shoes that you've recently made. And as we go to sleep, not long after the sun shift, we wait for the next day, which is the festival.